guys, this is Ackley SamAttack4427 here with, well, another special video for all of you guys, and oh my god guys, I can't believe it's finally come to this, folks, but not only is this here, but oh my god, looks like someone who has actually made this film may have actually heard our cries. Okay, maybe not particularly, but it still comes pretty close from what I can gather, so yeah, I wanted to do this special video for all of you guys, just to really get things out of the way for sure, because if you can't tell by the date as of now, it is officially Tuesday, November the 21st, which, yeah, I guess it's quite a big surprise, because it's already a couple days right before Thanksgiving coming up, so really looking forward to seeing what it has to offer for this year for sure. So, but moreover, I guess if you have been following my channel for some time, you would definitely know that I really do love movies for sure. Whether it be I would see them on the big screen, sometimes I would actually watch them on streaming, or the one thing I really do love the most, buying them on physical media, whether they be DVDs, Blu-rays, or both for sure. So yeah. And, well, I can't believe it, I think it's about time that I talk about this movie once again for sure, and it is actually for a good reason. So yeah, if you actually may recall, just quite frankly a few months ago, I did talk about pretty much a movie that I actually got to see back in July, which goes by the name of Oppenheimer. So yeah, I already did discuss that movie, and of course, its own thoughts video that I did a few months ago, and I do recommend checking back on, of course, that one, just to see what I actually thought about it, but to make it short, sweet, and to the point, I really love Oppenheimer. I think it's actually a really fantastic movie all the way. It's got a really gripping story. The casting is just absolutely brilliant, and the way they actually portray pretty much J. Robert Oppenheimer leading up to the creation of the nuclear bomb is just, or should I say the atomic bomb, is absolutely phenomenal for sure. And yeah, definitely on there as, of course, one of my favorite movies for, of course, this year for sure. So yeah. And, of course, it's a good thing, too, because right around today, actually, that movie is, of course, officially out on Blu-ray as of now. So, yeah, after, of course, a few months since after it did well, of course, it's a theatrical run for sure. It's finally out on DVD and Blu-ray as we speak, and boy, it's probably been a long time coming, and I'm really quite thrilled to actually hear the news on that for sure. So, and yeah, and I guess you might be wondering, yes, I do have plans to hopefully, possibly get it and add it to my DVD and Blu-ray collection for sure, but I have no idea on when exactly I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to figure out later on for sure. So, but I do have plans to hopefully get it on Blu-ray once, now that it's already out, sometime pretty soon for sure. So, only if I'm absolutely lucky entirely, because you may never know when things will pop up for sure. So yeah, I actually wanted to bring up this subject matter for sure, pretty much the whole subject of course, Oppenheimer being released onto a Blu-ray as we speak, because there is one thing that did pop up right around a week ago beforehand, that, believe it or not, really caught me by surprise, that I think I might as well discuss with all of you guys here today. And you might be wondering, seeing of how it is on the subject of Oppenheimer on Blu-ray for sure, why don't I just do it right in front of my DVD and Blu-ray shelf like I did in the last several videos on, of course, physical media for sure. Well, I mean, I would, but I guess, if anything, it probably wouldn't actually be worth it for sure, because yeah, I'm already recording this pretty much extremely late, and this is probably the best I can give for sure. So yeah, hopefully I think it probably it's probably the best I could for sure. But hey, I'm still talking about this subject matter for all of you guys, and that's exactly what I'm gonna give for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, just over a week ago, an article from a Variety amongst other news articles for sure that is made about Oppenheimer's release onto a Blu-ray has actually popped up with, of course, Christopher Nolan, the director of that said movie, actually encouraging people to actually get the movie on either DVD or Blu-ray or both, with, of course, him saying, and I quote, "So no evil streaming service can come and steal it from you." Now, that I will have to say, that's something I definitely need to talk about for sure, because very wise words from Christopher Nolan for sure, and yeah, I guess I know a lot of you guys probably may or may not be confused by, of course, what he said, but given to, of course, on how much hard work he has actually put into the movie itself, and now that it's already out on Blu-ray, I think he's actually got a point from what I can gather for sure. I mean, really, let's face it, because I guess if anything, if you have seen the past several videos I've done regarding physical media for sure, with, of course, probably the biggest ones that I could gather is, of course, Disney discontinuing physical media in Australia, and, of course, Walmart, Best Buy, and Target starting to discontinue physical media at a rather slow pace for sure. Yeah, I guess it's no big surprise, of course, on that front, because based on, of course, what I'm actually hearing, a lot of people are saying that physical media is, of course, going on a massive decline for sure, mainly because a lot of people are saying that they're starting to get way too expensive nowadays, or they're actually starting to rely on streaming services and digital a whole lot more, to which, yeah, don't get me wrong, I really do love streaming services and digital for sure, but hey, I guess if anything, I still know hands down that pretty much physical media, whether it be DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, actually does a lot of stuff that pretty much streaming and digital can't for sure. So yeah, pretty much if anything, it is actually quite shocking to hear that physical media is starting to take a massive nosedive when it comes to sales and stuff, which I do find absolutely quite surprising for sure, because yeah, I think from, of course, what I can remember, I think, yeah, I think I do know, as a kid, I actually did have a fascination with movies for sure, and pretty much, if anything, pretty much when I'm not seeing a movie on the big screen, I actually do kick back at home and actually watch a movie on physical media for sure. No joke, I would actually, I would definitely, of course, pick out anything that I had on VHS and popping into, of course, my VHS player and watching all the way. And then it's actually growing and evolved to, of course, I can now pop in a disc on either a DVD or Blu-ray and, of course, watch the movie there, whether it be on my TV or on my computer for sure. So yeah. And I think it's safe to say that physical media has actually grown and evolved over the years, ever since they first started for sure. Again, starting with, of course, Betamax and VHS to make its way to a DVD, and then we did get a crack at, of course, with, of course, HD, starting with HD DVD, but Blu-ray has now been occupied for sure, and of course, pretty much the latest one we've got for several years now would definitely have to be 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays for sure, and of course, there are even times where, of course, all these, pretty much, the three remaining, forms of physical media will actually combine all together, as well as, of course, adding in a digital, copy, for sure, So yeah, I think it's safe to say that physical media has actually been growing and evolving for sure, and of course the studios have actually produced all these movies and stuff, and actually releasing them to physical media. I think it actually is a good way to of course earn them plenty of money for sure, all thanks to these sales for sure. And there are even several companies out there like Shout Factory, for example, that have actually made a living of course, releasing movies and shows onto physical media for sure. So just by seeing them evolve over time for sure, and actually continue to grow with each and every single new release that's been out for sure, I think it actually does show that physical media has actually come a long way since it actually first started. And I knew right away that when I actually heard that not a lot of people are doing that nowadays and are starting to rely on streaming more and more. That I do think is a massive insult by far, because if anything, if you don't buy a movie or a show on physical media, then of course pretty much the studios actually making those films would not make any money for sure, and they definitely need that in order to keep on going and actually produce more movies for sure. So yeah, and of course, if anything, pretty much if anything, I think we do need physical media for what it is, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who actually thinks that for sure. So I think, based on, of course, the comments that Oppenheimer director Christopher Nolan made to help promote Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff, personally, I think he actually made the right call in making those comments for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it's actually no big surprise, of course, that front, because he has advocated for sure for many of his movies to be released onto the big screen, especially during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, for sure. Yeah, and this was around the time he was hoping to finally get his big epic film Tenet pretty much out after several delays because of the pandemic for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much if anything, I know he's strongly against having his movie be released onto streaming service for sure, because yeah, I'm pretty sure he actually has made a living producing his movies onto the big screen for sure, and he doesn't want that streak is actually had completely broken for sure. So yeah. And I think it's safe to say that I actually really do think he's actually writing, of course, saying all that for sure. And of course, pretty much I think it's, I couldn't remember at the top of my head, of course, how he felt about simultaneous releases for sure, with, of course, movies being released both onto the big screen and released on streaming services both at the same time for sure, to which, yeah, I think it's safe to say that a lot of people do have mixed reactions on, of course, that front. A lot of people, including myself, actually really like that idea, while others are absolutely opposed to that for sure. So I'm willing to bet that Christopher Nolan is actually opposed to the simultaneous releases for sure. And honestly, to me, that's actually fine for sure if he doesn't like pretty much the double releases for sure. That's totally understandable entirely. So yeah, and I guess for the case of of course Oppenheimer on Blu-ray, yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's definitely on there alongside all of us for sure. That he's still pushing hard to, of course, keep physical me going for sure. So yeah, when it actually does come to, of course, physical media for sure, yeah, it's like I said several times, like, of course, all of my videos that I've actually done on that said subject matter for sure, I do want it to keep on going for sure, and I'm willing to spend any good chunk of my money to actually really keep it going for sure, so that way more and more will actually come every single time to really get us to where we need to be for sure. So yeah, and for me to actually spend a good chunk of my money to actually get all those for sure, because of how much I actually care about my love for movies and shows and stuff for sure, especially with the whole formats and stuff that is been around for quite some time. That is yeah, that shit is absolutely real for sure, and I'm still willing to do whatever it takes to still campaign to actually keep it going for sure, and it's always what I said to myself inside my head for sure, and I guess if anything, if people are gonna say that DVDs and Blu-ray should just go away altogether and have digital and streaming be the dominant superiors when it comes to watching movies and shows, well, to me, I say they could go fuck themselves big time. So yeah, that's of course what I can say pretty much in my head for sure. I guess to the people who actually are against DVDs and Blu-rays entirely, well, to me, I say they could go fuck themselves big time. So yeah, I think that's what I could say for that front for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much for what I can gather, I definitely do think Christopher Nolan actually definitely made the right calling, of course, what he has to say for sure, because he's definitely a lot like all of us for sure. He does actually care about movies released onto a DVD and Blu-ray as much as he cares about movies and pretty much putting movies out onto the big screen for sure. So yeah, pretty much if anything, I do want to, of course, have physical media actually keep on going, as much as, of course, have movie theaters still stay in business and actually give you guys some really interesting movies for sure, whether they be good or bad or somewhere in between for sure. So yeah, how else will, of course, pretty much, if anything, I still rely on, of course, pretty much going to see a movie on the big screen for sure, whether it be any of the Regal cinemas that I would actually go to for sure, or of course go back to something local and actually see a movie over at Crown City Cinemas from where I live for sure. So yeah, that's how much I actually really do care for sure, and still show my love for movies and TV shows entirely, or anything in the entertainment industry for sure. So yeah, and I guess I can definitely say the same thing for DVDs and Blu-rays for sure. I do care about both of those formats for sure, and I do want it to keep on going for sure, and even to this day, I still collect them for sure, whether it be for collector's purposes, or of course I want to add in some stuff to my collection to really showcase my ginormous collection of movies I've actually got, and of course, more importantly, to actually make videos about them for sure, to which I still been doing even to this day for sure, and you might be wondering, will there come a time where, of course, I would actually produce something on either DVD or Blu-ray? Well, I mean, that would be quite interesting, but given to most of the content I've actually producing on that front, I guess the answer to that is yes and no, because yeah, mainly, of course, most of the stuff pretty much the majority of the videos, I know I would actually get sued big time from other companies for pretty much violating copyright laws for sure. But of course, I do say yes, but only depending on what video projects I can actually work on that I do think would be worthy enough to be on that format for sure, or both of those formats for sure. So, and of course, it will also depend on, of course, how much skills I have to actually try out for myself to see if I could be good at it or not. So yeah, that's definitely gonna have to be a big wait and see on that, but yeah, I think it's what I can say for, of course, that front for sure. So, but yeah, I guess if anything, I really do think Christopher Nolan has every right to say that you should definitely get Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray because yeah, pretty much as another thing he actually stated in the article that I actually mentioned, he and the people making the film entirely, well, much like when they worked on the film for sure, they actually put a lot of care to actually really giving the massive home media release that you actually want for sure, and they're willing to push harder and harder to really actually make it all the more work, and I'm actually in full support, of course, what they have to say, of course, that front for sure, and even I myself, pretty much still have fond memories of course, seeing that movie when it first came out for sure, and not to mention it was still a big deal when it was released alongside Barbie for sure, hence why the whole Barbenheimer trend has really got itself going around the time both of the films came out for sure. A lot of people really went for the whole double feature idea to actually see both of those movies all at once, and even I myself, despite being a week late to jump in on this trend, I did manage to see both of those movies all together within pretty much one exciting weekend for sure, to which I did see Barbie one day, and then I saw Oppenheimer the next, hence why you actually did see my thoughts videos on both of those movies for sure. So, and look how well that actually turned out. They both got really great reviews from audiences and critics, and they're both really big hits at the box office for sure. So yeah, I think it's actually quite interesting on how that phenomenon actually turned out for sure, and yeah, both of those movies are still really good even to this day, and yeah, even looking back on them nowadays, they really put a lot of hard-working effort to make them great for sure. So yeah. And I think I know when it comes to Barbie, yeah, I still really do admire it for what it is, and I'm really glad that I actually saw it, especially probably far different than what I actually got in the trailers for sure. So when it comes to actually pretty much revisiting that film anytime soon, I'll be sure to pretty much save that for a separate video later on for sure, because yeah, there's a lot of great stuff that movie has actually given to us for sure, and I think it'll be quite interesting to look back on and just to see on how it'll turn out for sure, since after the first time I actually saw it for sure. So yeah, and of course for the case of Oppenheimer, yeah, I do think they really put a lot of hard-working effort to make the movie great, and that's exactly why I got a really great movie for sure, and even to this day, I still really love it even to this day, and getting to see it in IMAX was all the more worth it in the end for sure, and I should know because as a little bitty itty witty kid, I think I know hands down that I think the idea of IMAX really does pique my interest for sure, but I think I knew when I was a little kid when I actually pretty much saw a movie at the IMAX Dome Theater up in Syracuse. from what I could gather, it was very hard to handle, and I couldn't make out, of course, on what's going on while the movie is playing. While the IMAX theater at the Regal Cinemas over at Destiny USA up in Syracuse, I can actually handle for sure, and thankfully that worked out quite well for sure. I was able to really get a glimpse of course, the entire theater for what it actually truly is, and I even adapted quite well to the whole aspect ratio changes for sure, to which I do think is actually really quite amazing for sure. So yeah, and if of course, if you're one of many people who have actually saw, of course, Oppenheimer in IMAX like I just did, you'll definitely see what I mean for sure. So yeah, and if that being the case, for when Oppenheimer was released during its theatrical run, I can make the same argument that it can actually be said for the movie now out on Blu-ray as we speak. So yeah, and of course, if anything, yeah, Christopher Nolan really has every right to, of course, say, of course, that you need to get Oppenheimer on physical media for sure, because in the age of digital and streaming nowadays, I think, if anything, for while it is quite nice to have for today's modern generation, yeah, chances are, yeah, there are going to be several people out there that are still campaigning for, of course, pretty much for a physical media to keep on going to showcase that it doesn't want to die anytime soon, and we still want to keep it going for years and years and years and years. So yeah, and I think for that case, Christopher Nolan really does care, of course, pretty much movies being released onto DVD and Blu-ray as much as he cares for movies being released onto the big screen for sure. So yeah, and if that being the case, then I think it's safe to say that we're definitely not alone, of course, on that front. And let's not forget, yeah, if that actually can't be said for Christopher Nolan, maybe I'm willing to bet that maybe other movie directors out there are definitely fighting for the same thing for sure, because yeah, which do you rather prefer entirely? Would you rely on streaming that can actually give you some great stuff, but can really irk you sometimes when something goes wrong with it, or of course a certain title that you want to watch is of course taking off altogether with no other ways of watching it? Or would you rather prefer movies on physical media, whether it be DVD or Blu-ray or 4K Ultra HD or all of the above for sure, that you can actually pop in for sure, and you can actually keep forever? Bit of an interesting choice, but really sink that in for sure, because yeah, that shit is absolutely real, and yeah, if your answer is definitely the second option, then I think you have actually made the right decision, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and I know a lot of people are really going to be biased for saying that and think that I'm pretty much rude and entitled, not entitled to my opinion, and think I'm just some evil mastermind that wants to kill streaming altogether. I'm here to inform you that's not who I am for sure, and yeah, I mean, yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention, oh, who is that jerk-off that is making up all that fucking shit of course, pretty much saying that physical media should be alive and stuff. Well, yeah, I think that's mainly because I fucking care about physical media for sure. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention, yeah, pretty much, let's not forget to mention the people actually saying, oh, who are the people who are actually who are absolutely idiots for pretty much deflecting everyone's opinion on Physical Mia and saying that they want to keep it going because you are fucking idiots for deflecting everyone's opinion on Physical Mia and actually want Physical Mia to die. That's what you people are for sure. And I mean, seriously, I think pretty much of anything, I do want Physical Mia to keep on going for sure, but getting to what I'm pretty much what I'm actually hearing nowadays of course, people saying that Physical Mia should not exist anymore and we should rely on streaming and digital as the dominant superior for sure, and because that is a good way to spend less and less money. That's what got me pissed off the most. So yeah, based on those comments saying that that people should not rely on Physical Mia anymore for sure, I am pissed about it. So yeah, they have no right to say that Physical Mia should die altogether, and yeah. And I mean, really, think about this for a second. If that's how pissed off I am on people saying that Physical Mia should just die altogether, I mean, really think about it. Yeah, if people are saying that if you dine at a local restaurant and you order an entree and people are saying that, oh, you can't have any sides to go alongside your entree, yeah. You would definitely be pissed off as I am for sure, because yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much both, I can actually see that those two having a common for sure, pretty much of anything. The entree itself is, of course, the main movie, but the garnishes and the sides to go along with it are, of course, some interesting bonus features for sure when it comes to a Physical Mia, like, of course, behind-the-scenes documentaries, audio commentaries from the people making the movie, deleted scenes, bloopers and outtakes, just to name me a few. Pretty much all the main movie alongside bogus features and stuff. Yeah, I can easily compare those to pretty much an entree with, of course, the main dish alongside the garnishes and the sides to go along with them for sure. But if you take them all away, you're left with an entree that is completely naked for sure. So yeah, I'm sorry, that's not the best example that I can actually give, but it does want to show my frustration on how people are feeling about Physical Mia for sure. And do I want it to keep on going for years and years to come? Absolutely, for sure. So yeah. Yeah, part of me is really pissed off, of course, pretty much people saying that Physical Mia should die, and if those people are still thinking about that to this day, then I still stand by my word in saying that they could definitely go fuck themselves right in the ass big time. But another part of me is actually really happy that Christopher Nolan is definitely pushing hard for people to get Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray, because, yeah, he's definitely a lot like all of us, still campaigning to keep Physical Mia going for sure. And if that being the case, who knows, yeah, pretty much who knows when the other directors and stuff for other movies they've been working on to actually say the same thing for sure. And I should know that if I actually do end up working in the film industry, of course I would definitely push hard to encourage people to buy my movies on DVD and Blu-ray for sure. To which, yeah, don't get me wrong, I do know I do have a strong love for streaming, pretty much on the side for sure, but I know my heart still has a place for a Physical Mia for sure, and I don't want that taking away for sure, because yeah, if you take Physical Mia away, then all the companies producing them will lose money big time. So yeah, that's of course what I think for sure. So yeah. I guess if anything, I do have to side with Christopher Nolan on that for sure. So if you got the time and the money, definitely go pick up Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray for sure. I do think it's actually a really great way to, of course, experience the movie right at your own home for sure. And yeah, once again, I do plan on hopefully getting Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray for sure some point around later on, though I've already got my eye focused on, of course, my Christmas shopping for my family and even my girlfriend for sure. So, yeah, it may only be a matter of time, but I would definitely love to get Oppenheimer on Blu-ray for sure, but we shall definitely have to wait and see. And yeah, and of course to the people saying that physical media should die and we should rely on digital and streaming more, all I can say to you is, you see that door right over there? I know you're not seeing it for sure, but really imagining that there is a door right beside you. Yeah, all you gotta do is, of course, get up, walk through it, and fuck off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to the people saying that physical media should die altogether. To them, I say, fuck off. So yeah. I think that's pretty much why can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, like I said, if you got the time and the money, do get Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray for sure. So yeah, it'll actually be worth it in the end to get a really fantastic movie for sure. And of course, let's not forget to mention some point around next year, I think it will be worthy enough to receive some Oscar nominations for sure. But we shall definitely know until right around after the new year starts to see where it goes from there. And if that being the case, then, well, I know I'm definitely gonna tune in to see what actually happens for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, what do you think of the news of Christopher Nolan campaign for you to buy Oppenheimer on DVD and Blu-ray? Do you think he made the right calling? He's actually in support of all of us that wants to keep physical media going, or do you think what he said is absolutely uncalled for? But yeah, definitely let me know on what you guys think. I'm quite curious to know. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you guys have a great Thanksgiving for sure. And well, now if you'll excuse me, I might as well get myself prepped up for my Thanksgiving this year. And well, I guess for my next thoughts video, I'm definitely going to talk about the new animated Disney movie, Wish, so that'll be interesting to see how it all goes from there. So yeah, I guess right up until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.